Okay, I've made several attempts to make this video and something just keeps happening, so I'm going to try to make this the short version. Okay, you have a hypothetical situation. Someone is really starting to do your nut in, and you want them to stop. Okay, first things first. You may be wondering why this setup. Okay, this sacred space. Okay, it's sort of replacing the magic circle in this instance, as this is a video of how to combine certain things together with psionics. And we're using a symbolic device here, which is really just a diagram, because I'm 2,000 miles away from my equipment at the moment. The first thing you're going to do with this, obviously light the candle and the incense. Yeah, Captain Obvious. You're going to imagine the energy of Saturn moving into you. And, as I say, set the mood with this and put on some background music. Oh yeah, and another reason this, most people have sort of brought up with this, it's running around their subconscious. Don't fight your subconscious, alright? This will work for most people. Because, as I say, that's what's in their head. So, back to it. You're imagining this going into you. So you have symbolised Saturn on the input, symbolising you on the output, photograph, fingernail clippings, hair, whatever. And I say imagine because if I start using the word visualise, people start to panic, and quite frankly it's a bit kind of snobby anyway. And then what you do is you set this aside. Or you can move round to the other part of the table or what have you. But let's assume we're just going to set this aside for the moment. Okay, your next step in this instance would be to... Pardon me, no, this is one option. Your next step would be to... Whoever is shuts up and leaves me the smeg alone or whatever your statement of intent is. Then cross out all the vowels, leaving only the consonants. At the back of your mind, this is all still going into you, which is enhancing this. It's all going together, right? And then remove duplicate letters, which leaves you with something like that. With those letters, create what's known as a sigil, combining all the letters into some semi-artistic shape. Then, redo that, reducing it down so that it's less and less each time until you end up with something like that. Okay. Alright, then go back to this, right? Take the representation of you, put it in with the Saturn symbol, put your sigil, or glyph, whatever you want to call it, there. And again, imagine, kind of like you when you used to play with action figures or dolls or whatever. Imagine all of that energy and what you want this person to stop doing, going into that, going into that, going into that, going into that, going into that. And you can leave it at that. Blow out the candle, let the incense burn down, remove the cross, declare the space mundane again. I declare this space mundane, something like that, whatever you want to do. Be creative in that regard. Put this away somewhere until you forget about what it is and what it was for, and then burn it. That's method one. There's another way. And that other way, okay, you can do either or, you can combine the two, but to say you can't be bothered making a sigil, you can leave this running, and then you can get your laptop, open up your word processor and start writing an imaginative story. Now you can do this in the novel format, which is usually the past tense, or you can use the well, it doesn't have to be the exact screenplay or movie script format, but that's always in the present tense, so Act want to see one that's more plays really, but write out a story of this person bothering you less and less and less and less until they're just not there anymore. Print that off, read it a few times, and then put that away somewhere. Or you can do something similar as you did with the sigil, which is then put yourself over there and that, let's say it's that printed off story there, and again just imagine that energy intent going into it. Do that for a while, then put it all off. Again, declare the space mundane, and you can do both, of course, as I said, that and the sigil, and then put that away, put it all away. Then later on, just burn it all to quote unquote release the energy. Don't look at what it's for or anything, and you can. That's it. That is now inside your head, and bit by bit you will notice whoever that is bothering you less and less and less, and then one day you just won't even notice them. Okay, that's I'll leave that at that, and let me know what you think. This is not the first time I've done a video on this sort of topic, but you know, just let me know, suggest improvements in the comments, and like, subscribe, share. Right, that's it, and you have a good one today.